这个故事如果你听起来不累，那么你的英语能力在美国日常生活是完全够用的。要持续提升英文，记得点击订阅按钮。我们开始吧。
They said the room was packed that night. The lights were dim, music slow, and a crowd of people stood in a small ballroom in Harlem, New York. It was the early 1980s. Men in silk shirts and women with sharp eyeliner watched the runway. This wasn't Fashion Week. This was a ball, a world where people walked, posed, and performed as if they owned the night. In this world, words could cut as deep as looks. People didn't fight with fists. They fought with shade. If you had something to say about someone, you didn't say it straight. You made it art. You lifted your chin, gave a side eye, and let silence do the talking. That was throwing shade. At first, it was just part of ballroom talk. Houses like House of La Beja or House of Stravaganza used shade as a way to show wit. Shade was elegance with an edge. It was insult turned into performance. Someone could walk past you, smile, and with just one sentence, make the whole room laugh. "Oh, I see you found your mother's wig again." That was shade, quick, sharp, and funny if you weren't the one being shaded. But the roots of throw shade go deeper. Long before the 1980s, African American communities had their own language of survival. During segregation and discrimination, speaking too openly could be dangerous. People learned to communicate through tone, gesture, and coded humor. They learned how to insult without saying the insult, how to resist without shouting. Shade became a kind of protection, language that danced around the truth but never let go of it. By the time the documentary Paris is Burning came out in 1990, shade was no longer a secret. The film showed the ballroom scene to the world, drag queens, trans women, and queer performers creating beauty in a city that often ignored them. One of the stars, Dorian Corey, looked straight at the camera and said, "Shade is I don't tell you you're ugly, but I don't have to tell you because you know you're ugly." That line traveled. It became a spark. Soon, throw shade left the ballroom and entered pop culture. It appeared in songs, comedy, and even talk shows. People loved it because it was attitude wrapped in humor. You didn't have to be cruel to be clever. Shade was a game. Who could be the sharpest without drawing blood? In the 2000s, reality TV turned throwing shade into an art form again. On RuPaul's Drag Race, contestants would read each other, a kind of playful shading that felt both mean and funny. The phrase moved from LGBTQ+ circles to everyday speech. Teens used it online. "Why are you throwing shade?" became a common line on Twitter and TikTok. It's strange how language travels. A phrase born in hidden ballrooms became a global meme. But the heart of it stayed the same. Shade is not about hate. It's about intelligence. It's about knowing how to protect yourself with words when the world doesn't always protect you. Imagine this. You're sitting with friends. Someone says something rude, trying to embarrass you. Instead of snapping back, you smile and say, "Wow, I didn't know you majored in bad decisions." The table laughs. You didn't shout. You didn't fight. You threw shade. That's control. That's power disguised as charm. Every culture has its way of shading. The British have sarcasm. The French have irony. Americans, especially Black and queer communities, turn it into a kind of poetry. When you throw shade, you're showing you see the game and you play it better. But shade also carries history. Behind every clever line is someone who learned to survive through humor. Someone who learned that silence can speak louder than words. Think about it. How many times have you wanted to say something but held back? How many times have you smiled when you wanted to scream? That's shade's twin, restraint. The art of saying everything while saying nothing. In the end, throwing shade isn't just a slang phrase. It's a mirror. It shows how we deal with conflict, pride, and vulnerability. It's a dance between honesty and self-protection. It's a reminder that words are weapons, but also shields. Next time you see someone roll their eyes or drop a sly comment, think of those Harlem ballrooms. Think of Dory and Corey under the soft glow of a stage light. Think of the people who turned pain into performance, fear into laughter, and language into legacy. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see that shade isn't darkness. It's light filtered through experience. It's truth wrapped in wit. It's survival made stylish. Because sometimes, the smartest way to fight back is to throw shade.
你太棒了，你学完了全部内容，你离英语自由又近了一步，下个视频见。